Hello friends, in this lecture we are going to see the analysis of one dimensional spring element. So here we are having a simple spring element in the diagram. It is having two nodes as it is a one dimensional element. So it has having two nodes, one is I and another is j. So corresponding displacements are ui and uj and corresponding forces are Fy and Fj. So we will just consider the relation between the force and displacement for the spring is F, that is force is equal to stiffness into displacement. So displacement is given as ui minus uj minus ui, and if we have a look on this stress strain curve, so we can have this stiffness for this spring, because spring is having considerable stiffness, and we can have this k is equal to F by delta, that is F upon deflection, and which is greater than 0 is the force needed to produce a unit stretch. Why? Because for stretch purpose any spring needs the force that is greater than 0, okay, that is stiffness greater than 0 is needed to produce a unit stretch in the any type of spring, okay. So as we can see over here, only we are considering the linear problems in this course. So considering the equilibrium forces for the spring as at the node I, we will have this k is into uj minus ui, and at node j it is F is equal to k into uj minus ui. So if we take these two matrix in the form of we are taking these two elements, two equations in the form of this equilibrium matrix, that is k into u is equal to F, then we will get this k minus k minus k k ui uj is equal to Fi Fj. This is the matrix form for this element matrix, or elemental stiffness matrix, or what we can say the equilibrium equation. So k into u is equal to F, where k is indicating the element stiffness matrix for a single element, u is nodal displacement vector, F is force vector, and we know that k is symmetric, and also k is singular or not singular, that is we can solve the equation. If not, then why to solve this? So we are considering this spring system, it is having two elements, okay. So two springs are attached serially. So we will just apply the stiffness matrix for each one. So for element number 1, it is k1 minus k1 minus k1 k1 u1 u2 f1 and f2. So for element number 2, it is similarly done. So we have this assembly of the stiffness matrix for the whole system. Then we will consider the global matrix system, okay. So here we are having this k1 minus k1 minus k1 and k1, it is for node number 1, and we have just added this k1, that is last element of element matrix 1, that is element stiffness matrix for element number 1, and first element of element stiffness matrix of element 2, because both are having or corresponding to the node number 2. So we are having this relation, that is k into u is equal to f. So there is an alternative way for assembling the whole stiffness matrix, as here we can see the two element stiffness matrices, and that can be seen over here like this, because it can be represented like 3 by 3 matrices to have the easiest solution, so that we can get this addition of these two matrices easily. So this is very much simple equations, matrix equations, and from this equation we can find the simultaneous equations in the form of this matrix, and from this matrix we can get the simultaneous equation, and from solving this simultaneous equation we can apply the boundary conditions, and we will get the value of u2 and u3, because u1 will be 0, because there is a fixed point over there, or wherever there may be a fixed point, there will not be any deflection. So we can get the force also, value of forces, and also we can get the value of this u2 and u3. From these equations we will also get the reaction forces at the supports, and also we can get the results from this whole process, that is deformed shape of the structure, then balance of the external load, order of magnitude of the members, then we can have the additional points about the spring element. It is suitable for the stiffness analysis, not suitable for the stress analysis of the spring itself, and we can have the spring element with stiffness in the lateral direction, spring elements for the torsion. So thank you friends for this video. We will get the problems on this same concept in the next lecture. Thank you very much.